Hey, Amy, would you seriously hurry up with the divorce agreement? I haven't got the time to be messing around with someone who's dragging me down. Can we speed this process up so I can be with my new girlfriend already? Jeez.
Sheldon, why do you have to speak to me this way? What is with your attitude right now? I've been nothing but calm and understanding. After you cheated on me right after our wedding, you haven't come home for at least a week. Once I thought it all through, I then saw the divorce papers in the mailbox. Don't you see what you're doing is really having an effect on me? Don't you think what you're doing is insane?
It's not insane. How could you say that? Look, it's just the way it is now. It was destiny that I was to have an encounter with a drop-dead, gorgeous woman at our wedding reception.
And while you were at the wedding reception, in the middle of the bathroom, you were getting turned on by a little college girl. Just when I thought you had gone back to our hotel room, you spat at me and said, "I'm divorcing you, you old hag," and just vanished into thin air. In the morning, when I finally heard from you, you sent me lewd pictures of you and this girl together. I can't help but think, what sort of crazy person would do that to someone they just got married to?
Ugh, whatever, Amy. You could say whatever you like, I don't care. Penny and I are in love, and it's the real deal. She's shown me more love in this short amount of time than you ever have since we got together. Now hurry up with the divorce papers so I can be with Penny.
Right. I love your attitude, considering you're the one who had an affair with some young college girl literally right after we just got married. So your lover's name is Penny, I see.
Yes, Penny is a beautiful name, isn't it? She's a beautiful young lady who attends one of the most elite universities in the country. She's 20 with her whole life ahead of her. She's much younger and prettier than you old hag. You're 5 years older than me. I don't know what I saw in you. You're just jealous of how young and stunning she is, and I'm not gonna put up with this abuse from you about her.
Man, you're such a whiny little man. Stop being so annoyed, Sheldon. I have no interest in hearing about your lover.
Wait. What are you talking about? I'm not whiny. Don't call me that. I only want one thing out of you, and you're not giving it to me.
Fine. If you want to get a divorce and live with your little Princeton princess, then so be it. We'll get divorced then.
What, really? You're actually going to give me what I want for a change? You'll divorce me? Is this for real?
Yes, but in order to get a divorce, you need to take responsibility for some things. You need to take care of these things properly, or this will come back to bite you.
Okay. What responsibilities are you talking about? Look, I just want to be done with you.
Okay, well, along with the alimony I receive from having you divorce me, I think it's only fair if I receive the full amount needed to pay for the wedding expenses.
Huh? You want me to pay the whole amount for the wedding? Are you kidding me? I get having to pay for the alimony, but why should I have to pay for the wedding expenses? Hasn't the wedding venue already been paid for? Didn't you pay for it?
Well, if you want that wedding to not exist anymore, you need to take responsibility for what you've done by ditching me after it. You need to pay me so we can forget it all happened. Then we'll have no problems.
What? I should have to do that? That's not fair at all.
Both of us got married, so two people split the expenses, Sheldon. The amount I paid covered both of us, so you need to pay your half to me. Your parents also know about what you owe me, so you can't run away and not pay me.
Are you serious, Amy? My parents are in the loop about this too? Jeez, okay, all right, fine. I was gonna just pay for the money the guests gave to us and then that sort of thing.
What are you talking about? You can't do that. Our marriage didn't work out, so we can't take the money our guests gave us. I've decided to return all the money we got at our wedding.
What do you mean? Our guests gave that money to us. It's a gift. So I should be able to use it for paying my share of the wedding. We can't just return the money back to them.
Well, you can't. That money isn't yours. And after all this nuisance you've been causing, I ought to be compensated for wasting my time on someone who calls me an old hag and cheats on me.
What? Are you kidding me? I have to pay compensation? I'm not doing that. You can't just make all these decisions without me. You can't just spring things on me like that. I'm not paying you a cent.
Well, you're the one that chose to ignore me and the conversations that we needed to have. I deserve to be compensated because of how you've been treating me. Even if you weren't around, you knew that these discussions were going to move forward. You gave up any chance to have your own input. This is your mess, so lie in it.
Are you being serious right now? I just want to be with my young and pretty Penny. You are really dragging this out. It's so frustrating. How much is this all going to cost me? I shouldn't have to pay for anything.
A few weeks later.
Crap, this can't be happening. I went to pay for all the money you asked for in one lump sum, and my entire savings are gone from my account. It's completely empty. How can I have no money? I have no savings left, even though I work for one of the biggest firms in the country. And on top of that, because all those coworkers were invited to the wedding, the news about why we're getting divorced has spread all over the office like wildfire. But I don't have any money, so I'm stuck in this job. Why does this always happen to me?
Well, I don't know what to tell you. Your mess, so you lie in it. Honestly, you've brought this on yourself. It's on you if you can't pay for all that you owe me. Don't come running to me about not being able to afford anything and being stuck in your job. I'm not your wife, remember?
You're seriously saying this again? You can't talk to me like that. How dare you? I don't say crap like that to you, Amy. Aren't you gonna give me any praise for sticking with Penny? I'm in love with her, for God's sake. You should be happy for me that I found love.
Why would I be happy for you when you cheated on me? Anyways, I was meant to say I got an alimony payment from Penny. I just saw that it had been transferred into my account.
What? Are you messing with me right now? Why are you making her pay you? She hasn't done anything to you. She owes you nothing. You're being completely out of line here if you're making her pay for the alimony.
Look, I don't know what to tell you. I have no clue where the money truly came from. All I know is that she's been disowned by her family and she's been kicked out of college for messing around with a married man.
What? This simply can't be true. I don't believe a single word that's coming out of your mouth right now. Not for a second.
Well, maybe once tomorrow comes, she might show up on your doorstep. Who knows? I mean, it sounds like she has nowhere to go. Not her parents' house or her university.
This can't be. Penny, my sweet, kind, and beautiful woman, is no longer a university student. She isn't attending Princeton anymore?
It sounds like that to me. She's been kicked out of Princeton, so she can no longer study there. I guess that's what happens when you do cruel things to other people.
How can she be kicked out of Princeton by simply just being with the man she loves? I don't get it. Wait, so if she's been abandoned by her CEO parents, does that mean she loses her reputation of being the CEO's successful daughter? Could she not become the next CEO?
Well, I mean, if her parents are high-profile people in the business world, they might not want to be associated with a daughter that's involved with a married man who's been kicked out of an elite university. I guess she wouldn't be so successful then.
This seriously can't be happening right now. What do I do now? Penny's two biggest traits have disappeared. How am I supposed to go on with her? She's not even at Princeton anymore, and her parents won't talk to her. Why do so many bad things happen to me?
Are you serious? Those are the first words that come out of your mouth? You have nothing but bad things to think and say about others. If you're not careful with how you say things, bad things could start happening to you. A few months later.
Hey Amy, it's been a while since we last talked. I tried calling you, but obviously you didn't pick up. I need to talk to you, it's urgent. Your parents' house, it's easy to access, right? Like it's wheelchair friendly? About 10 years ago, I did a wheelchair accessible renovation for my grandfather who passed away. He spent his days bound to a wheelchair. Now, I'm also living this way. From next week. I'll be living at your parents' house, so I need a room for myself to be able to move around freely.
Wait, Sheldon? Is this you? What's going on? I don't understand what you're talking about. I am so confused. What do you mean you'll be living at my parents' house? Like, what? Why? We're divorced? My ex-husband shouldn't be anywhere near my parents' house.
Well, you need to help me, Amy. I've actually had a bit of an accident. I'm actually now bound to a wheelchair. I'm gonna be moving around in a wheelchair for the rest of my life.
What? You're in a wheelchair? I can't believe it. How did that happen?
It was the result of a car accident. Penny and I went for a drive around near the mountains. We took a corner too wide and we were going too fast. So off the mountain road we went. Well, the result of that is I'm now in a wheelchair. That's basically the short version of the story.
Oh, whoa, that's what happened? That sounds really terrifying. Well, I guess you'll have to live differently from now on. It must be hard to get around in a wheelchair, especially if some places aren't wheelchair accessible.
Yeah, that's why I haven't been out and about. Up until now, Penny, who miraculously only broke her arm in the accident and has fully recovered, has been taking great care of me. However, it seems like the repayment deadline has passed to pay the alimony, and now the interest has increased to a ridiculous amount. I can't pay that sort of money.
Well, I don't don't know what to say about that kind of debt. We're divorced, so I should be paid the alimony.
Yeah, but I just can't pay. I had to quit my job because I was in the hospital for so long. This accident has changed everything for me, especially physically and financially. I'm unemployed, so now I have no income. But then I remembered, you can help me out, Amy.
Oh, right. So you're asking me to help you out since you're not working anymore. Even though you remembered about me, I can't do anything about your situation. We're not together anymore.
No, that's not true, Amy. I really need your help. You're the only one I can count on. Please, I'm begging you to help me out here. You can help me.
What? I don't understand what's going on. I don't get why you're talking to me when you have Penny. She's there. We are divorced. Don't you understand that? Why should I help you?
Well, at this time, I thought I would contact you so we can get back together. Please, Amy, I'm begging you, take me back. I really need your help. I'm completely helpless without you.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? We're divorced, Sheldon. Why would I take you back after the awful things you said to me?
I know, I feel so bad for calling you an old hag. It was a terrible thing to call you. If you took me back, I can live in a wheelchair-accessible home and you can earn a really good income so I can afford to live off of you. Please take me back, Amy. It would be a huge advantage for me to be with you. So will you please take care of me for the rest of my life as I'm bound to a wheelchair? Please, Amy. Once again, please help me out, Amy.
Well, Sheldon, I'm gonna have to be honest with you. When did I say that I wanted to get back with you? I don't think I said any of the sort during our conversations in the last few months.
What? What are you even talking about? I'm asking for your help, Amy. What's wrong with that?
Like I said before, when did I say I wanted to get back together? Have you seriously lost your mind, Sheldon?
Excuse me? What do you mean I lost my mind? I certainly haven't. My mind is completely sound. My body might not work, but my brain certainly does. I need your help. What don't you understand? How could you say something like that to someone who wants you back and is trying to get his life back together again?
After the way you've treated me in the past with you calling me an old hag and leaving me for another woman after just marrying you, no, I'm not taking you back and I don't plan on changing my mind.
Okay, I get it. That wasn't the best way to deal with things. I didn't mean anything by it. But seriously, you think abandoning me just because it's a hassle to move me around in a wheelchair is a good idea? Come to think of it, you never came to visit me while I was in the hospital. I was in a serious accident and you never showed your face. You are such a cold and evil woman to me.
Don't call me that. I'm not a cold woman at all. Today was the first time I've heard about your accident and you being in a wheelchair. If I'm not mistaken, you're the one that abandoned me first. You left me for a younger woman. No matter how you think about it, it's weird to only just blame me and push the good things that happened to the front of your mind. Stop involving me in things that happened after we got divorced. You're a stranger to me now.
But I really need your help. You're the only person that I have. I can't do anything without you. Please, Amy, if I could get on my knees right now, I would. I'm in a wheelchair for life. I really need your help.
I'm not helping you. Not after what you've done to me. If you're in a wheelchair, you should be able to get help from the government or even volunteers who take care of people like you.
But there's no one that can look after me like you. At times like this, you should be showing me some sympathy and care. You're my wife. Where's your generosity? Show me some of that.
I don't need to show you anything. We're already divorced, and I don't need to show you any sympathy. I'm not your sister. I'm not your wife. I have no connections with you anymore.
Please, I want to be with you again, Amy. I've missed you so much. I still love you. I want to get married to you again.
Are you being serious right now? There's no way I want to get married to you again. It didn't even work the first time.
But I don't understand. Why not? What's wrong with getting married again? I really need you, Amy.
Like I said before, Sheldon, I said I don't want to get back together with you. So why would I want to marry you again? Are you deliberately ignoring my messages or something? You need to take responsibility for the things you've done. You're completely careless.
But Amy, I really need you, and I can't live without your help. Wouldn't it be great for a younger husband to have an older wife? Wouldn't it be a great status symbol? You could be that for me.
Status symbol? Are you kidding me? You said that you were with young and pretty Penny. But now, in my case, you're trying to flip it and be the young guy with an old woman or something?
See? You get it. That's why we make a perfect match. This is why we should get married again.
Okay, well, you need to listen to me. Getting married is not about gaining someone as a status symbol. It's when both people love each other and want to do life together.
But I don't understand what you're saying. I really need your help. I can't live in a wheelchair by myself. I want you to be with me again.
Look, I can imagine how difficult it is being in a wheelchair, but that's no reason to force me to marry you again. You abandoned me and said terrible things to me. There's no way I'm going to remarry you.
But Amy, I miss you, and I know I said terrible things. I take it all back. Please, marry me again. I want to live with you and be taken care of by you. Please, Amy, I'm begging you. Please help me.
No, I'm not helping you. You're not getting anything out of me. I'm not marrying you. I don't want to be anywhere near you. Stop involving other people in your circumstances. I don't want to talk to you. Leave me alone. The next week. What are you playing at, Sheldon? My sister just got in contact with me saying that you were at my parents' house with a moving van full of your stuff. What are you trying to pull here? Why are you there?
Oh, Amy, it's you. Thank God. Your sister is busy yelling at me over the intercom. She won't let me in the house. I have all my stuff ready to move in, and no one will let me in.
And rightly so. You're not moving into my parents' house. Get away from there. You're not welcome.
I need to live in a wheelchair-accessible home, and your parents' house is perfect. Are you not at home right now?
You don't have any right to just move into my parents' house. We aren't together. And it's not because I'm out. It's because I don't live there anymore.
Wait, what? What do you mean you don't live at your parents' house? Why aren't you there?
Oops, I should have told you this before. My parents, my sister, and her husband are all living together at their house.
What? You don't live at home? But I thought after we got divorced, you went back to your parents' house.
Well, I was, but it was temporary. I was immediately transferred to another workplace, so now I live in a completely different apartment in a completely different suburb.
But I don't understand. You're living somewhere else? You're the eldest daughter, so why did you get to leave the house?
My sister got married. Her and her husband decided to move into my parents' house to look after them. So because of this, the ownership of the house has changed over to my sister. The house is no longer in my parents' name, so it's not their house. It's my sister's house.
But I don't get it. How did this all happen so quickly? I thought that your parents' house would definitely be yours since you're the oldest. I thought I would have somewhere to live.
Oh, so you thought you could push your way back into my life and even my house? Is that what you wanted? That was your plan all along, wasn't it?
Well, you're not there anymore. What do I do now? I need somewhere that I can move around easily. I need to stay at your parents' house. I need to live there. Your family needs to let me in. That's the least you can do.
We're not helping you. You're not a part of this family. You left me. No matter how hard it is for you to live in a wheelchair, it's not good to cause trouble at this time. Can't you just leave me alone and let me live my life in peace?
But you can't do this to me. You can't abandon someone who's in a wheelchair. Please, Amy, you can't leave me out on the street.
My sister just told me she's called the police. They should be on their way to her house right now. They can deal with you, and maybe if you're nice, they might help you.
What? The police are coming? You can't let your sister do this. I need your help. I need someone to take care of me. Please, take care of me, Amy.
My sister will not show you mercy. She doesn't need you causing any disturbances outside your house. You need to be an adult and just go quietly.
But Amy, I need you. You can't leave a poor defenseless man in a wheelchair on the street. You can't abandon me. Please, marry me again so we can live together. I need so much help. Won't you please help me?
Yeah, I have no urge to help. So, good luck with everything, Sheldon. You're gonna need it. Well, bye-bye now. After that, shortly after my sister called the police, the patrol car pulled up outside her house. It sounds like Sheldon went away quietly. A few days after that, I received an apology from Sheldon's parents. Even though I kept him at arm's length during the divorce process, It seems like he couldn't accept the fact that I didn't want to have anything to do with him, and was using the excuse that he lives in a wheelchair in order to reconcile with him. He had no choice but to move back in with his parents. However, his parents decided not to spoil him or give him any special treatment. After going to the doctors, it seems that depending on his rehabilitation, he might be able to walk again and only needs to use a cane to help him walk. In the future, while also supporting him to get his independence back, his parents will reinforce themselves and get more tough with him at the same time. It sounds like he's already terrified of what his parents will do to him once he's recovered from his accident.
Hey Martha, what's up? Just wanted to let you know I'm getting married.
Excuse me? You, Paula, getting married? Seriously?
That's right. Why are you acting so surprised? I finally found the right guy. Rich and good looking. How can I let that pass? I plan on having the biggest wedding ever.
Seriously?
Sorry to leave you behind, Martha.
I really don't care about that. I may be wrong about this, but can I ask you something? Is this the guy you stole from that girl? You're not talking about the same guy, are you?
Wow, you remember that?
So it's the same guy, huh? Wasn't this guy just about to get married and you stole him away from her at the last minute? Something like that, as I recall. Seems a little dodgy what you did.
Yeah, well, couldn't be helped. He fell in love with me. What can I say? Anyway, in the long run, I saved him from a loveless marriage. I did it out of kindness. I rescued him.
Yeah, right. Whatever. But all I can say is, it was sort of devious what you did. I really can't believe I was a childhood friend of yours. I mean, were you always like this? How did I put up with you all these years?
Stop yakking, would you? Isn't there something you should say to me on such a wonderful occasion?
What are you talking about?
We're childhood friends. We've known each other since grade school. You could be more accommodating.
Accommodating, huh?
Yeah, what's wrong with that? You could at least say congratulations. That's what friends usually say.
Oh, yeah, usually. But what you did was so outrageous that I didn't think it deserved approval.
What? How could you say that?
Please don't start. If there's nothing else, can we cut this short?
Martha, how could you say that? Just because you have no guy and no prospect of getting married, you don't have to be so rude. Just so you know, I'll be inviting you, part of the loser crowd, to my wedding just so you can witness the winners of this society. I want you to get a good, long look at how happy and successful I've become. The winners crowd. Hey, I just received the RSVP invitation card. It says you're not attending. What's up with that? Just because you're a loser and have no boyfriend or prospects of getting one, you could at least celebrate my happiness. Like I said, we've known each other since grade school. It's the least you could do. I didn't even realize you were so petty. Envy is just oozing out of you. Cringeworthy or what? That's why you can't get a guy. That's why you can get married.
I left a message on the card. I'm really busy with work on that day. There's an important business meeting that I just can't get out of. Sorry. So, I won't be attending.
Excuse me? There was nothing more important than my wedding. You should give me precedence. With this job that's so important?
This concerns my business, and it's confidential.
Pardon me? You doing important work? Please. I get it. You made that stuff up so you would get out of attending. Is that it? I bet that's it.
I'm not making it up. It's work.
Oh, hey, I got a great idea. If you contribute $3,000 as a wedding gift to me, I'll introduce you to a really nice guy.
Excuse me?
I invited all my ex-boyfriends so you can have your pick of the lot. There are some real good-looking guys. What do you say?
Wait, you're inviting all your ex-boyfriends. Are you serious?
Yeah, all these guys are super successful and great prospects going forward. To be honest, they're too good for you, but I'll do you this one favor. Contribute $3,000 and I'll give you one of these guys in return. Deal?
Right. You're going to give me a guy, is that what you're saying? Anyway, seems kind of strange to invite your ex-boyfriends to your own wedding. Nobody does that.
Really? Seems pretty normal to me. I just wanted to invite them because they probably want to celebrate my happiness, unlike someone I know.
Yeah, whatever. Sounds like it will be fun.
You bet! I'm the life of the party! Everyone will be having a great time. I bet you're thinking about attending. Am I right?
You do realize I was being sarcastic. This whole wedding sounds like a disaster in the making.
Excuse me?
Anyway, no way am I attending. I'll deposit money into your account as a gift, so send me your bank account info. See you around, Paula.
Hey, Martha. I thought you said you weren't coming to the wedding, and yet here you are. I didn't realize it last night, but you were staying at the same hotel, right? Saw you coming out of your room and dressed to the hilt in that cool-looking business suit. Where'd you get that? The wedding and reception hall is not far from your house, but you opted to stay in a hotel, huh? Didn't want to miss anything, is that it? Well, I don't blame you. No boyfriend and just getting older and older. Gotta do something before it's too late. Bet you really want an eligible guy. I understand perfectly, Martha. No need to be ashamed. So does that mean I can look forward to that $3,000? Once I verify that I got the $3,000, then I can introduce you to my ex. You won't regret it. Martha, are you there? Pick up! What the hell is going on? The guests!
What are you talking about? Besides, I'm really busy now.
None of the guests have arrived.
Excuse me?
Most of them said they were attending. Why? What's going on?
Guess they canceled at the last minute.
Yeah, that's right. This guy sent me a line message saying he planned the whole cancel last minute scheme. He left a message saying nobody is going to attend a wedding of such a despicable bride, and they all canceled. I can't believe this. How could they?
I actually saw all this coming. After 20 years of acting like some kind of queen and treating everybody like crap, this is the end result.
What the hell are you talking about?
Over the years, how many guys have you dumped, and how many times have you stolen guys away from other girls?
Excuse me?
Apparently, you invited all the guys that you stole from other girls and then dropped them later on, right? You invited not only your ex-boyfriends, but also their friends and relatives, right?
Yeah, so what? I mean, it's normal to commemorate a friend's wedding, isn't it? It's a happy occasion, a time to celebrate. Besides, this was a long time ago. The past is in the past.
I really don't think people forget so easily. That's why you're in this predicament.
They didn't have to go so far.
Yeah, right. Canceling at the very last moment is not a very nice thing to do, I must admit.
Yeah, right?
But if you consider all the reprehensible things you did all these years, well...
What are you talking about?
Stealing someone's fiancée? That is really low. That's bad enough, but then 3 days later you dump the guy, and you're back at targeting your next victim. You then do the same thing over and over. It's like you enjoy this. It's like a game to you. You treat people like toys, completely disregarding their feelings. At first, I thought you had finally settled down, but then I find out that you got the guy playing the same old game. I doubt you will ever have a happy marriage after all that crap you pulled over the years.
Martha, get over here right now!
Pardon me?
I'm contacting everyone I can, everyone that can possibly make it. I want you to contact the others and bring them all here, and I mean right now. At this point, I don't care who comes. I just need at least 30 people to be here.
Impossible. I'm at work right now.
Are you still being stubborn? Get over here and help me work this mess out. You stayed at the same hotel as me. You are planning to attend, right?
I'm at the hotel because we're conducting an interview.
Excuse me? An interview?
Yeah, it was scheduled way ahead of time, before you contacted me about your wedding. That's why I couldn't attend.
What the hell is this interview?
I started my own company about 5 years ago.
You started your own business?
Yeah, and business has been going well recently, and a TV news program wanted to do an interview with me. So, here I am.
Wait, what? That's what you've been doing all these years?
Yeah, what can I say? I thought your wedding was nearby, but I didn't figure it was the very same hotel and that you saw me coming out. What a coincidence, huh?
Are you serious?
So, sorry, can't make it over there. And about helping you gather up people, can't help you there either.
Then what am I supposed to do?
Why are you asking me? Anyway, I gotta go. See ya!
Martha, please. Martha, are you there? I need money. Please, can I borrow a little?
Pardon me?
That wedding the other day? Well, that was canceled, and then my fiancé dropped me. He said he no longer loved me. Go figure. And all those girls that I, stole their guys from, they're all demanding compensation for damages.
Oh, yeah, I remembered that. That was about a year ago, right? You stole like 3 guys at the same time. Are those the girls that are suing you? As I recall, they were pressing charges back then, but you up and disappeared for a year.
Yeah, that was a year ago. I thought they all forgot about that.
And then you had to send out invitations to everyone. Those girls got a hold of it and tracked you down. Seems obvious.
Really? Is that how they found out?
You're not serious. You really thought they wouldn't find out?
Anyway, lend me some money, please. You have your own company, right? You must be loaded. Please, Martha, help out an old friend. Whatever you can spare, please. Oh yeah, that reminds me. If you lend me money, I'll introduce you to a really nice guy.
Oh, please, not that again.
I have a lot of guys around me. As you know, you can pick out your favorite.
I really don't need a guy.
But if you don't have a guy, it means you just get older and older, and before you realize it, you're a fat old lady with nobody. Lend me money and your dreams come true. What do you say?
Sorry to break this to you, Paula, but I'm already married.
Wait, excuse me? You're married?
Yeah, I married the guy I was dating since high school.
Huh? Seriously, since high school?
Yeah, that's right. Something wrong with that?
This is the first I'm hearing about this.
Yeah, well, I didn't tell you, so I guess you wouldn't know.
I wasn't invited to the wedding?
You really think I would invite you?
Huh? Seriously? Why wouldn't you?
Because I didn't want you there.
But
you really think I would tell you who my boyfriend was after years of stealing other guys away? You really think I would introduce you? You're out of your mind.
Yeah, well, I guess.
Anyway, I'm really busy now. I have to get back to work.
Hold it a second. The money!
Goodbye, Paula. I'm going to put a block on you. See you around. I later heard that Paula was in debt for like $100,000. I was wondering what her parents were up to when all this was going down. It turns out that her folks divorced 10 years ago and live separate lives, and she has no contact with them. I heard Paula was not even able to contact them for her own wedding, which ended in total disaster, of course. But, knowing Paula, she had no intention of working diligently to pay off her debts. What did she do? She tried to run off in the middle of the night, but failed miserably. All the people that sued her were aware that she would probably make a run for it, and kept a close eye on her. She was apparently taken to some factory up north, a live-in job, and made to work off her debts. Needless to say, her constant bitching didn't win her any friends, and I heard she just works every day, living a lonely and boring life.
Are you there, Penny? I just want to let you know that I want nothing to do with you ever again.
Excuse me? Carrie, what is all of this about? Are you all right?
I've held back as long as I can, and I just don't have the patience for you any longer. I can't hold myself back any longer, and I want you to know that I want you out of my life.
Carrie, what has gotten into you? What is all of this about? I really don't understand what's going on. What makes you want to cut me out of your life all of a sudden? Can't we at least talk about it? Or can't you at least tell me why?
Do you really not remember anything at all? You shouldn't have done what you did if you didn't want this to happen.
I'm really, really sorry to say, Carrie, but I just can't seem to think of what I might have done to make you act this way. I'm sorry that I seem to have done something wrong, whatever it was. But can we please calm down and talk about this?
Don't play dumb with me. I know that you've been breaking into my house while I haven't been there. Do you really think that just because you're my mother-in-law, you can get away with that?
What do you mean? Is that what this is about?
Oh, please. I don't want to hear any of your excuses or anything else you have to say. I am sick and tired, and seeing food in my fridge disappear, my beer getting drunk. I don't know when you made a spare key for my house, but I know that you've been coming over while I've been at work, and I have proof.
I'm sorry, but I really just don't know what you're talking about. I also work during the day. There's no way I could be going into your house.
What you do isn't a job. You just work part-time. I know that you're not busy at all.
That isn't true. I seriously work full-time. I'm not sure where you heard that I worked part-time.
Well, whatever. The fact is that someone has been breaking into my house and going in when I'm not there. Who else in my life would do something like this to me but my mother-in-law? I mean, I've seen the shows. I know how mother-in-laws really are.
I'm sorry, but is that all the proof that you have? That sometimes on TV, mother-in-laws are depicted as the villains? I don't really even know what to say to that.
Once again, there you go, making more and more excuses. But you're just digging the hole you're already in even deeper. I'm going to make you regret trying to bully me.
Do you really think that I'm trying to bully you just because I'm your mother-in-law? I really just can't sit back and take that. Whenever I ask if you want to spend time together, you always turn me down. I feel like I do a lot to try and extend a hand out to you, and that you shoot me down every time.
Oh, really? Is that what you call what you've been doing? Well, whatever. It doesn't really matter what you think. I've already changed the locks on my door, so now there is no way you'll be able to keep breaking in. You'll never set another foot in my house. And with that, I say once again, I'm cutting you out of my life. Goodbye forever, monster-in-law.
Hey, Mom. Are you there? I just want to say that I am so sorry for how Carrie was treating you yesterday. Are you okay after all that?
Hey there, Ron. Yeah, it was so awful. I have no idea what got into her. It was all over so quickly, but she seemed to think that I was bullying her or that I didn't like her.
Don't worry, Mom. I know that you were never doing anything like that to her. But Carrie was telling the truth about someone coming into our house, eating our food, drinking our beer, and all that. So someone really has been breaking into our house, and we can't seem to figure out who.
Wow. Well, that would freak anyone out, but I hope you know that it wasn't me.
Of course I know that, Mom. I never once suspected you. I mean, you work all day at your busy office as upper management. There's no way that you have time to do something like that. I tried to explain that to Carrie too, but she just refused to listen to me at all. But I know that there's no way that you can even come here.
Thank you so much for understanding this, Ron. But anyways, given all that's happened, it sounds to me like you and I won't be able to meet for quite a while.
Right. I suppose you are right. I'm really sorry about all of this, Long.
It's okay, really. Honestly, I think I just haven't settled down from this. But anyways, if something like that happens again, we'll have to think of what to do.
Okay, Mom. If that's what you want to do, then let's do that.
Hey, Penny, what is the matter with you, huh? It's been 3 months since I cut you off, and I thought things would finally settle down, but they haven't. How did you get another key to our house?
Carrie, honestly, what kind of way is this to talk to me after 3 months? Of course I haven't made a key for your house.
So what? You think I'm crazy? You think this is all just in my head or something? I know that you've been breaking into our house during the day again. But this time, you aren't just stealing some food and drinks. But my favorite ring has gone missing. How could you take that?
And just what makes you think it was me who did it? Why are you accusing me like that?
I'm not just accusing you. I know for a fact that it was you because I have proof.
You have proof? What do you mean? What kind of proof do you have?
I have photo evidence. There's no way for you to escape this now.
I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense because it wasn't me.
What do you mean? Of course it's you because I have proof that it's you. That's that. You're a thief and that is that. There's no arguing your way out of this. Do you really intend to try and get out of this when I have concrete proof it was you? The fact of the matter is that you are over. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and tell Ron that I caught you in the act. If you want further proof, I went to your house and found my ring there while you were away.
Ron, are you there? Please tell me where you are right now. I think we need to talk.
Oh, hey, Mom. Is everything okay? Are you alright? I'm out on a business trip, but what's up?
Has Carrie reached out to you and said anything weird at all?
No, I haven't really heard from her at all. Why do you ask?
Well, I was just talking to her, and she seems to think that I stole her ring. In fact, she even said that she broke into my house and found it there.
Wait, she said what now? She did what? Are you serious?
Yeah, it's true. But I just have no idea what she's talking about. Do you have any idea what she could be on about?
Oh, you know what? I think I might actually have an idea.
Oh, really? Well, what is it? What is going on here?
Look, I think I should come clean with you and tell you that Carrie actually doesn't know where you are or even what you do for a living because I never told her.
What do you mean? Why doesn't she know any of that?
Well, the thing is that I wanted to tell her. I really did. But whenever I tried to tell her anything about you, she has told me she wants nothing to do with you and doesn't want to hear it. She would just always get so mad at me that eventually I just gave up.
Oh, I see. Wow, that is a lot to deal with. I had no idea about any of that.
Mom, can you please let me handle this situation? I think I know what needs to be done.
Okay, then, son. I trust you. I hope that you can handle this and that all goes well.
No problem. Just please give me a little bit of time to talk to Carrie about all of this.
I know that you can do it. I hope it goes well.
Penny, it seems to me that you've been trying to run away and avoid paying for the crimes that you've done. Don't you think it's time that you came clean to me and confessed? If you just admit that you stole my ring, I might think about forgiving you.
Carrie, are you still going on about this? Why are you pretending like this actually happened?
What are you talking about? I know for a fact that you're a thief. Listen to me. I will forgive you on one condition. You will give Ron and I your house, no questions asked. Then I want you to agree to never talk to Ron again and move far, far away.
I really don't know what you're talking about at all, because I've been overseas for the past 3 months.
Wait, what do you mean by that? I don't understand. Why are you overseas? What are you talking about?
I mean that the company I work for has branches overseas, including in Australia, where I've been for the past 3 months and will be for the next 2 years.
Wait, so you're actually not in America right now? You haven't even come back to visit?
That's right. I've been so busy settling in and working for the past few months. I haven't had a chance to visit the States, you and Ron or anyone else at all. As for my house in the US, I've been living there on my own for the past 5 years ever since my husband passed away. I've asked someone to house sit for me. So, care to tell me about when you went into that house?
Wait, is all that true? I didn't know that about your house, or any of this.
You still haven't answered my question. You said that you broke into my house to take your ring back, remember? Care to tell me a bit more about that? Because I asked my aunt to take care of the house.
Hold on, so you weren't even living in that house? What is this about? What is going on here?
I literally just told you. But it seems to me that you mixed up who was actually living there.
I guess so. Sure seems that way, but I had no idea that you were even working abroad. That you even had a real job.
That's right. I have way too many memories left in that house and would have just hated to get rid of it. I rented it to my aunt for half the price that I paid.
Wait, hold on. This is all just a big misunderstanding. This can't be right.
And as far as I know, you don't know my aunt at all. So do you care to explain just what you were doing in the house that she was living in?
Well, I know that Ron had a spare key to your house, so I just borrowed it.
Hold on a second. That can't be right. I remember that my aunt made sure that she got the key from Ron to make sure that there was no chance of anyone breaking in.
Hold on, she did what now? Is that true?
That's right. So you must have made a spare key without me knowing while I was still living in the US.
Okay, yes, I did that. You caught me there.
Anyways, I have to go and talk to my aunt about getting the locks replaced on the house.
Hold on, can't we just talk about this? This is all just a big misunderstanding.
Well, you can go and talk to Ron about it because he said he would handle you.
Hey, Penny, what the heck did you say to Ron? He just told me that he wants to get a divorce. You need to say something to make him change his mind. Do that and I'll forget all about your thievery.
What are you talking about? This whole thing is just a drama that you made up yourself. You know for a fact that I couldn't have broken into your place.
But, I mean, you have to make him change his mind. Please. You have to do this for me. I'm begging you here.
I really don't know where you get off asking me, Ron's mom, for help out of this mess. I mean, I know all about how you've been cheating on Ron.
What do you mean you know? How did you find out about that?
Well, it really is quite obvious. In fact, I know that this little affair of yours started 6 months ago. I know that the reason you got together with Ron in the first place was because you saw my house and fell in love with it. and thought that marrying Ron would be your best way to get it. But it wasn't long before you met another man and started to cheat on my son.
But I really wanted the house. Your house is my dream home. I just wanted to kick you out so that I could take the house and then leave Ron.
And you really thought that you could steal this from me? It was you from the very start, wasn't it? You were the one stealing your own food and drinks and blaming it on me.
It wasn't me that was sneaking into our house and eating the food and stuff. It was actually the other man that I was seeing, but he just wouldn't seem to bite whenever I accused you. I was really hoping that he had no idea what was really going on, though. He seemed to have no clue about who it really was breaking in.
And that was while I was still in the US. But after that, you tried to kick me out again. You tried to pretend that I stole your ring, and that you found it in my place so that you could try and take my house in exchange for you dropping your accusations. But you didn't know that I was actually already out of the country and renting the house to my aunt. Well, it seems that your plan really backfired, doesn't it? It wasn't a bad plan if you had just done a bit more research.
But I was so sure that this would work. How could this happen to me?
You never bothered to even learn about the person that you wanted to steal from. Isn't that basic canvassing? That's standard criminal stuff. Anyways, at least now that Ron knows all about what you've done and wants a divorce, I don't even have to feign liking you anymore.
No, please! You can't leave us like this. You have to take Ron and ask him not to divorce me. I'm begging you. Please, I have no one else I can turn to.
I am never going to forgive you for accusing me or betraying my poor son.
Penny, please don't leave me. I need you. You have to help me.
Don't ever message me again, got it? I don't want you coming near me or my son ever again. You need to learn to take responsibility for your actions and understand that you can't treat people like this. We are going to make you pay for what you've done. It seems that Ron actually found out about Carrie's affair before she came to me with the false allegations of my breaking into their house. But he hired a private investigator to look into all of these happenings, and in the end, found out the truth about Carrie. Between the lawsuit for the affair, alimony, and my own lawsuit against Carrie for falsely accusing me and trying to steal my house, she ended with a huge bill, as well as a divorce. She tried running back to her parents' house to find a place to live, and they forced her to start working in a factory in their small town. I heard she didn't last long, though, and was fired for being negligent. I just hope that one day she'll wake up and learn to be a responsible adult. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey, Phil. Do you have a minute? I got to the wedding hall and to the waiting room for relatives when a security guard approached me and escorted me out. What's going on? I'm your sister, for God's sake. Why do I have to be kicked out?
Are you for real? You actually came?
Yeah, well, to be honest, I wasn't really up to it, but Mom and Dad said I should show up today. Thought it would at least make things look good, like we're a normal family or something. I really didn't want to, but they insisted and I show up and this is how you treat me? I knew I should have just ignored them. I really didn't expect to be treated like some dodgy character off the street.
Oh yeah, about that. I asked the wedding hall to kick any suspicious-looking people out. In particular, I told them I had good information that my younger sister was attempting to sneak into the wedding and disrupt the festivities and ruin her brother's happiness. I even gave them a photo of you so when they spotted this penniless beggar girl, I instructed them to send you packing.
Are you for real? Besides, for your information, I'm not penniless. Why would I even try to disrupt your wedding? I have nothing to gain by doing that.
Well, I don't know about that.
What do you mean?
The fact is, you work for a company that's a client of ours, a subcontractor, to be precise. Which means me, your brother, works for the bigger company and the younger sister at a meager subcontractor. I can't believe we're relatives. I mean, the difference here is overwhelming. The truth is, you envy me so much that you would interfere with my success any way you could. Am I right?
That's where you're wrong, Phil. I don't envy at all. But I do think you're a pain in the ass.
Huh? A pain in the ass? How am I a pain in the ass?
You're being a pain in the ass right now! I was interested in joining this company from way back, and I went through a lot of hurdles to finally get this position. It just so happens that my company had business dealings with your company. It was nothing that I had planned. So why am I being held accountable? Makes no sense. You're being a total pain in the ass.
That does not change the fact that you're a subcontractor. That means your company can't survive without us providing you with work. You work at this company, which means you rely on us to survive. A bottom feeder is what you are.
Are you still living in the 1950s or something? That's the kind of small-mindedness that drives me crazy.
What are you saying, that I'm old-fashioned?
I heard that your company president and ours has been a long-time family friend for generations. So, I wouldn't make such derogatory remarks in the office if I were you. If you did something stupid at work, I would be super embarrassed. So, please, don't.
Oh yeah, bark all you want. You really think you can outdo me? We're the main contractor here. Get it? Main and sub. You're the sub, Marge. Get that through your little head. As proof, although it's a weekend, weren't you supposed to work today?
Pardon me? Why?
I'm sure you know that I handle all business dealings between your company and more, right? I just called your company and demanded that they get that latest project done a week early.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
Well, I can't really talk about the details because it's confidential, but when I was on the phone, the staff were in pure panic mode. So I'm pretty sure you'll be getting a call any time now. Good luck with that.
Hold on a second. Are you for real? You move a project deadline up a week? And you give no concrete reason for doing so? You can't be serious. As a business, that is not acceptable.
What have I been saying for the last few minutes? That's what it means to be the main contractor. A sub has no say in how we do business. It's probably for the better that you not attend the wedding anyway. Better if you get to work on the project. I'd rather you not be here. You just ruin the whole atmosphere.
I hope you're not dragging business into personal matters.
You better get going. Your staff is a panic.
Yeah, whatever. I guess I better get over there.
It's hard being penniless, isn't it? Not time to rest.
Better talk to the CEO and apologize.
Yeah, you do that. Get that project done on time, or no more further contracts.
Hello, Mr. Jensen. Can we talk?
Oh, that you, Mash? What's up?
I'm using the company line for business reasons. Sorry.
I see. Yeah, no problem. Okay, sounds like it's something important. What's up? Oh, by the way, wasn't it your brother's wedding day today?
I'm contacting you because this may be an emergency situation. Because of me.
Seriously? An emergency situation?
Was there some sort of inquiry into the current project that the R&D department is working on with my brother's company? Which, as you know, is the main contractor?
What kind of inquiry?
I think it's about Project A. I heard they were going to move the project deadline by 1 week. I was wondering if my brother had contacted the project manager, or possibly the site superintendent. Maybe you, perhaps.
Do you mean the issues we have with our main contractor, Ace Industries? Come this Monday, we plan to end the project by the end of business day.
Really? I didn't realize that.
Yeah, sorry about that. We haven't had time to put out a proper announcement, being that it's still Saturday and all. Figured we would put something out by the end of the week.
Was there a problem with Ace Industries?
Actually, yes. The guy running the whole project, the staff says he's a little, patronizing toward them. And the deadlines as well as pricing, it's all haphazard. I was getting a lot of complaints from the on-site managers and staff, and the whole situation has created a totally negative atmosphere in the workplace. We agreed to terminate the project as of Monday. We'll complete it on time, but after that, we don't intend to renew any more new contracts with Ace.
I see. I just want to verify something. The person who is in charge of the project at Ace Industries is...
Yes, that's right. I'm afraid it's your brother Phil.
Yeah, I figured as much. I'm really sorry for this, him being my brother and all.
Don't worry about it. I know all about your family situation, no worries. We have several major projects going now, and they plan to renew going forward, so as for, company profits, it won't hurt to lose a contract with Ace Industries.
I'm glad to hear that, long as there is no major loss to the company.
But why did your brother talk to you directly about this situation?
Sorry to burden you, but you're at the office today, right? If possible, I would like to hear a bit more of the details regarding this matter. If it's okay with you, that is. Could you spare a bit of time?
No problem. I'll be here in my office. Stop at any time.
March! March, pick up!
Would you stop? What the hell do you want? I've gotten 50 messages from you in the past 15 minutes.
Well, that's because you won't reply.
I was driving. I had my phone on manner mode. Didn't see it until I got to the office. So, what's the rush? What do you want?
Get back to the wedding hall right this second.
You can't be serious. 1 minute you kick me out. The next minute you want me back. What the hell do you want? You're a real pain in the butt.
Where the hell are you right now?
Like I said, I just arrived at the office. After what you said, I was worried and decided to stop in. So, what is this? Something happened over there?
I really think I screwed up.
Excuse me?
About moving that project up 1 week.
Yeah, that's why I'm at the office. I wanted to check up on that. I just talked to the president about that, and he says the project will be terminated by the end of business on Monday, but said they will clear up any loose ends according to the contract. But they don't plan to renew next year. What's this all about? What'd you do?
That project was supposed to go to another subcontractor. I was handling several different clients and I got the subcontracting companies wrong. I thought you were working at that company and I told them to move up the project date. But then I found out that the CEO of that company was my wife's relative, and a staff member contacted my boss, and long story short, they found out I was trying to hide the fact that I made a mistake on the project deadline date.
You're kidding, right?
He just came into my fiance's room screaming and yelling about it.
Let me get this straight. You screwed up with the project deadline. You tried to cover it up by blaming me and my company for the mistake. Is that what you're trying to say? That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. How could you screw up the companies?
Shut your mouth. I wasn't asking for your opinion. That's why I want you back here ASAP.
Why should I go back there? That would solve nothing.
We can just say that you screwed up the project deadline.
Wait, what?
I'll work something out and all the blame can be laid at your feet.
You've totally lost it, Phil.
What?
The department I work for has zero connections with Ace Industries. That's R&D's project. And the mistake you made with the deadline date was with another subcontractor, right? I have no relationship to this project or to your company. Blaming it on me just won't fly.
But maybe.
Excuse me?
We can. There must be.
Hello? Hey, are you still there? What, is your phone busted or something?
No.
Is that you, Phil? You're not making sense. I really thought your phone totally shut down. Overheated, perhaps?
My marriage, it's over. I got a divorce. It's only been a few days.
Oh, yeah? Well, you really did a number on that subcontracting company, owned by your wife's relative, I hear.
On top of that, I'm getting fired.
Pardon me?
At this rate, I know I'm gonna get terminated. I figured I had it coming with that project deadline fiasco, but then the CEO and sales rep from your company shows up and tell us that they have terminated all future contracts with us going forward.
Yeah, I heard about that. They tell me that you were very patronizing towards them and made quite a few unrealistic demands. You created such negative work environment that they saw no other choice but to cut ties with Ace Industries. By the looks of it, it seems like you've been treating other subcontractors the same way.
But it's the duty of all subcontracting companies to obey all demands of the main contractor. That goes without saying. All these companies have no appreciation for us.
That's the kind of attitude that gets you fired.
Sorry, but I'm not fired quite yet.
To me, it just seems like a matter of time. I mean, I see zero remorse for what you did. You have no feelings of regret for all the trouble you caused those subcontractors.
Why am I to blame for everything?
Don't ask me, Phil. Like I keep telling you, you're a total pain in the ass.
Not that again.
You're not a kid anymore, Phil. Work it out yourself. See you around, big brother. My brother got divorced just 4 days after his wedding. They made him pay the entire cost of the wedding, and also a fair amount as compensation. Yes, and he eventually got fired. Due to his patronizing business methods, some clients were severely traumatized by his actions and ended up needing psychiatric care. I'm pretty sure there will be consequences for this later on. Some will probably sue him for emotional distress. At first, Ace Industries was contemplating relocating him to another branch, but due to the potential legal problems, they decided to let him go. So, now my folks were burdened with an unemployed son, with a significant debt to pay off, and potential lawsuits pending. As for me, I told my folks I was marrying the CEO of the company that Phil had severely berated. You really should have seen their faces when I gave them this news. They knew full well they could never rely on me for help. They always favored my big brother over me. And Phil hasn't changed his animosity towards me in the least. Last I heard, the three of them are living together and working day and night to pay off their son's debt.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.